Hey bro, do you know what this is? It is my Tamper Station. Today we're going to replace it using this Bambulab A1 Mini. Let's go! Well, what I mean is we're going to 3D print an organizer for this Tamper Station. Just bear with me, I'll show you the idea in a bit. So the first thing we need to do is to open Bamboo Studio and find a better way to organize this 27 by 25 cm drawer. While searching for ideas, I came across Gridfinity, a popular open-source modular storage system designed for 3D printing. Its standardized grid lets you mix and match custom bins and organizers, making it easy to build a layout that fits almost any drawer perfectly. Well, as you can see, most of the designs here are made for organizing tools and workshop gears, but I'm looking for something a little more specific to my setup. So let's search Gridfinity Tamper Station and see what we can find. I want something that can stay organized inside the drawer but also can be taken out and use it on this shelf whenever I need it. Well, just in case you don't know bro, I love making my own coffee and I have a mini coffee station in my office. I make a cup of coffee every morning before I start working, and whenever I have visitors, I usually make a few more. That is why I want a Tamper Station that is flexible enough to stay organized inside the drawer but can also be taken out and place it on this shelf whenever I need it. So going back to the designs from Bamboo Studio, I think I like this. This design from Yamada 2225 looks promising. So I think I'll print a few of the pieces and see how they fit into my setup. Now that we have decided what to print, it is time to fill the drawer with the Gridfinity base. Let's start by downloading the base plates from Sparky. So we need one piece of plate number 9, and 2 pieces of plate number 7, and 1 piece of plate number 5. Let's slice them up accordingly and start the printing. Let's go! I know the video quality isn't great, but this is exactly what the A1 Mini's built-in camera looks like. I'm showing it here so you can see exactly what kind of footage it captures. So this is how the base plates turns out, and let's place them in here like so. It is a tight fit, but it will do just fine since this Gridfinity bases will hold the entire Tamper Station together. Okay, so the next step is we're going to print the other 3D models for the Tamper Station themselves, but this time I'm going to use my camera for the time-lapse. Let's go! Well, I guess it's done and it turned out pretty well somehow, but I'm still not satisfied with this melted section in the middle. I think it happened because I forgot to lower the nozzle temperature before printing. For some reason, black filament seems to burn or overheat more easily than other colors, even with the same settings. So let me print a few more and we'll come back in a few hours.
Approximately 10 hours later.
So here are the rest of the printed parts. I also printed a few bins to use as additional storage. I also modded this one for the distributor in Blender, and the hole size seems like a little too big, so I tried again. Adjusted the hole size and added these little holes for the brushes or whatnot. Anyway, I guess we have everything that we need, then let me quickly assemble everything and let's see how it turns out. Alright, that looks awesome and I love how clean it is. I mean, compared to the ones that I was using before, this is definitely much better. Now let me place all of my Espresso tools in it and let's see how it looks. Okay, bro, so the idea here is I want all of my espresso tools to be kept inside here because I don't want any more clutter on my coffee station. As you can see, I already have a lot of things over here and I don't want to add any more. And whenever I'm making my own double shot espresso, I just have to reach over here, use them accordingly, and place them back again inside here. But when I have my friends visit me in the office, obviously I'm going to make a lot of espresso shots, maybe 2 or 3, and I can't have them all inside here, so I have to move it over here or over here. Let me show it to you. So this is how it's going to look like, so I can easily reach over here whenever I need all of these tampers, this one and the distributor, and all of these brushes, because whenever you make coffee you have a lot of those ground beans all over, so you really have to clean it. And yeah, also when I needed more space over here, I have to remove them like so and just place them over this shelf over here. As you can see, again, I could easily reach it, use it, and be done with it. So now that the tamper station is exactly how I want it to be, maybe it's time to pull an espresso shot. Let's go! So the question is, should you buy an A1 mini 3D printer just to organize drawers? Some of you may also ask, is it plug and play? Or will I spend 90% of my time trying to troubleshoot it? Do I have to learn complex 3D modeling just to print anything? Well, let me help you out. If you're getting a Bambulab A1 Mini, it is surprisingly plug and play. Setup is straightforward, automatic calibration does most of the work, and you can start printing within minutes. You will still run into occasional failed prints. That is just part of 3D printing. But you're spending far more time creating than fixing. And about learning 3D modeling, you don't need to learn it. Sort of. So let me explain. There are thousands of free, ready-to-print models online. You can download them, slice them, print them without designing anything yourself. But if you eventually want custom organizers that perfectly fit your drawers like we just did earlier, you need to learn a little bit of 3D modeling. Some 3D printer owners will tell you you don't need to learn 3D modeling. Just search online, someone has probably already made what you need. Probably. And sure, sometimes that is true. But in reality, you can spend hours searching through the models in Bamboo Studio or other model libraries only to realize none of them are exactly what you're looking for. That is why learning the basics of 3D modeling is sort of required, because once you know the fundamentals, you can create or modify the exact size just a few minutes instead of wasting hours searching for the perfect file.
I'll give you an example. So for instance, I made this 3D model in Blender because I can't actually find an exact size for this. This is an IAM system that we have in the church, so I have to make something like it so we could have a clean container where you can simply organize them up. And I also made this mechanism over here wherein we're going to just put it at its back like so we could hang it on a pegboard. This is one instance. You can't find any model like this one. Another example is for this wireless transmitter for the guitars, bass, and everything. I made this one. So I got the size of this plug, make this one in Blender so we could just plug this here and over here like so, and voila, we have a container. I also made the same mechanism as this one with this thing over here, so we could just simply plug this here and then hook this up in the pegboard. Also, lastly, this one is not my original design, but I added my design from the, where is that? This one from the back over here. I added this one so we could put the 9 volts battery in it, plug this hook over here, so we could also plug this in the round pegboard in the church.
So to wrap things up, I think the A1 Mini is an excellent 3D printer for beginners who want to get into 3D printing. I highly recommend it as long as you're willing to invest some time learning the basic things like troubleshooting, maintenance, and a bit of 3D modeling. If you can spend even half the time learning as you do printing, you will get much more out of this machine. And one last thing before you jump into 3D printing, there are a few things that no one really tells you at the beginning. You start with just the printer, but before long you're looking at things like the AMS light, bigger printers, different types of filaments, and a few other accessories you never thought you'd need. I'll save all of that for the next video, where we'll talk about the hidden side of getting into 3D printing and the things that you should know before spending more money. Trust me, it will save you from few surprises.
So that's it, bro. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.